Okay, well, welcome. Today I want to start with something that tickled me. It is David Pakman. David Pakman has featured himself here on the thumbnail. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you should be able to. That is a face. What would you call that face? It's a weird haircut, kind of like Gumby, asymmetrical. One thing you need to know about him is he's a 5'8" man. So I'm not sure if he's sitting or standing or if there's a difference. He's got a backdrop there, but he's upset. He's befuddled. He's angry. He's not happy. And why? Well, probably the topic of the video. Let's look at it. What is the topic? White nationalist calls in absolutely insane. And this is how David Pakman feels about white nationalism. Now, the title, just analyze that. Absolute insanity. Is that because it happened to be a white nationalist who is an insane person? Or, oh, I know, it probably makes more sense. He is insane because he's a white nationalist. Right. That's got to be it, right, Dave? Okay, so let's dive into this. Let's explore. It's wonderfully bizarre. What the points he is about to make will not make sense to you or me. And I think it's time we kind of look under the hood and try to explore what David Pakman's problem is with white nationalism. Or maybe we should just agree upon what the hell it means.
Let's go next to Fook Yu. Fook Yu, tell me, from 1 to 10,
I'm not sure you're pronouncing that correctly, but yeah, we'll stick with Fukyu.
where do you rank the job that Trump is doing so far? 10 being perfect, 1 being terrible.
I'd probably say like a 4.
Okay. Well, what's on your mind? What did you want to ask about today?
So this is a dude, he's a mid-20s guy, and Pakman's going to try to psychoanalyze him because he expresses some positive sentiment about white people or himself, like he's a white guy. So Pakman's here to call him insane and post a video about it, pulling a face where he's like, oh my god, another white person thinking that it's okay to be white.
I just wanted to ask your thoughts about Nick Fuentes.
As a person or in terms of his beliefs?
As a competitive speed cyclist. No, yeah, as a guy. Just what do you think about him?
I guess both. Whichever or.
As a person, I don't know the guy. I think what did he pepper spray some woman who came to his door?
Yeah, I mean, also, another person came to his door and tried to kill him. So, I mean, he kind of has a good right to be paranoid. I think the pepper spraying came before that, but still, I mean, the guy has a lot of enemies. Do you realize that if this was real life, this is a true to size? I would be like this, standing next to this guy, just so you know. Anyway, I'll pretend that I'm the same height as this 5'8" man. Continue.
I don't know. I don't know much about the guy as a person. I mean, what I can tell you is he does seem to be in the middle of some pretty serious personal struggle.
What are you talking about? The closeted gayness? Or, I mean, yeah, he's under stress, man. I mean,
that is manifesting, I would guess, with some of these outrageous political views.
So ascribing mental unwellness to someone who you disagree with politically is kind of a bullshit move. But yeah, Nick Fuentes has radical views and has for a long time, and has personal issues. So it's all of those things.
I oppose white nationalism, and he is a white nationalist.
Whoa, I oppose white nationalism? How could you possibly say that, dude? All right. So his working definition of white nationalism is kind of crazy. And is there any other alternative universe where white nationalism means something as basic as the majority of people in the country are white, and we like that? Are we allowed? Is that a statement that we are allowed to make, let alone think, let alone feel in our soul and in our DNA? I mean, the travel agencies, if there were still any, they understand why white majority nations are good. I mean, the happiness index understands this. The life expectancy index understands this. If you care about law and order, civilization, standard of living, not being a third world country, I mean, there's another way to describe what I'm talking about there, and it's white majority nations. So to name a few, while I still can before they stop being white majority nations, England, Scotland, Ireland, Sweden, the Scandinavian countries, Germany, France, Canada, Australia, America. Do you know what those have in common? They are some of the most prosperous, desirable nations on Earth. Why? The food? No. It's the people that built them and the people that live there. And those are majority white people. And you can make an interesting, fascinating case that those places, each one of them individually, have gone south, have gone to shit in direct correlation with the dissension, is that a word, of their white populations. So, I mean, are you guys not aware of that? Oh, you haven't traveled. Oh, you haven't been there? Take a time machine, go to those places 20, 30 years ago, and then go to them now and notice that difference and tell me and comment on that. And then just please be aware that that's what we're talking about. And this guy acts like white nationalism is like saying, I don't know, like, what was that island in Pinocchio where they sent all those kids to do manual labor and they turned them all into donkeys? Guaranteed those kids were getting butt fucked, right? So like whatever that donkey kid island is, it's like worse than Epstein's island, whatever. That's what he treats white nationalism as. Meanwhile, it's not anything like that, but his idea of it is fascinating. So like this, David Pakman is basically the guinea pig right now, and let's study this Jewish man and his contempt for white identity.
Therefore, I find his political views disgusting and reprehensible.
Reprehensible, big one. Big word.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy. He seems unstable.
No. David, he's asking you describe why you think there's something wrong with him. He's not taking your premise that there is something wrong with him. I mean, he's like, oh, he once uttered something positive about white people, so clearly there's something medically wrong with the dude.
But I think that, a neuropsych eval would be required to really figure it out.
Totally. Let's get the guys with the white lab coats in.
No, what's wrong with his ideas?
Oh, I think white nationalism is an antisocial, negative force on society.
Negative force. So a majority white country, that's a negative thing. And yet they're the best nations on Earth. And like, what? Hello? Is anyone not aware of that? But antisocial, what does that mean? It's the exact opposite. They're societies. They're social by definition. What are you talking about?
By its nature. And
no, it's exactly the opposite by nature.
And I oppose white nationalism.
I oppose it. I'm just against it. That's like a red meat for my audience. I'm totally that. First of all, that wasn't an argument. He just goes, white majority nations, white nationalism. But first, his definition, he's about to get to his definition, which is totally bonkers. But underlying it is the core message, which I think you guys are already picking up the vibe. White is bad. Whiteness is bad. White identity is bad. White grouping is bad. Any sort of advocacy for white people is bad. I'm just not aboard. I'm not part of this. Even though this guy is one of the most white passing Jews ever, at least when he's not in profile. And it's like, even still, he hates whiteness. And he's like totally up against it. Now, is he against Jewish identity? Or Jewish nationalism? That exists. There's a country called Israel. I mean, this guy is far left, so he might shit on Israel too, to be fair. But there's a lot of Jews who do not share the sentiment that Jewish nationalism is okay, white nationalism not okay. Which, that's kind of a hypocrisy.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you like white nationalism?
Do you like white people? Do you like whiteness? Do you like yourself? Are you bad? Are you going to say something remotely positive about white? Anything? Because if so, I'm going to label this video absolute insanity.
I don't think it should be portrayed in the way it is.
Yeah, by people like you. So by people, Jewish people in media who have platforms of millions of people, disparaging white people time and time again. So it's a death by 1,000 daggers. Just another little sour pill. Here you go, white people. Fuck you. Fuck having a nation filled with you. Fuck you wanting to have a majority white nation. Fuck your race. Fuck your identity. Fuck you as a people. Go fuck yourself. That's his message.
Meaning what? It's getting a bad rap?
Yes.
It's just misconstrued.
It's just nonstop propaganda of anti-whiteness. That's what he's acknowledging. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not accurate. It's bullshit. And it's racism.
How so?
I think many people just think that it makes you a Nazi and
Yeah, that's something too.
I just think it's not true.
Well, you know, you have to factor this in. The Nazis were white, and if you're white too, you're kind of a Nazi. You know, don't you see the logic there? You know, the Nazis had a racial identity. Now, they did kill millions of other white people, so it was very specific to a certain kind of white person, Germanic, Aryan. But, you know, disregard all that. Disregard that the Nazis were handled by other millions of white people. But no, you now carry the stain and the stigma of the Nazi Party of Germany in the 1940s. Because reasons.
Well, who says that?
I think that's the underlying implication when you say it's disgusting.
Well, I don't think it matters whether it makes you a Nazi.
So he's open to the idea that if you care about white people or want a white majority country, that makes you a Nazi. So fucking ridiculous. So this is the generational trauma knee-jerk reaction from a Jewish guy in the 21st century. He has a built-in mechanism where he just hates any white grouping, and he associates them with Nazis.
To witness the rest of this video, sign up at censored.tv. Be sure to use the coupon code ROOM to get 20% off. Or you can head over to subscribestar.com/atheism and join up to receive every full-length new video Devon makes. It barely costs anything to sign up. You know he deserves your support, and you deserve to be entertained by every new video AIU creates. So become a flying monkey and let's go.